nondu ekopem dumienu awo kansie wo nsama wono ne ani fie ye sanso de wadwenkyere eso ewuram
also we want to get back to European football.
First any want Cheki was now in what you want
or 22 years
want to we want and hopefully 2 key words I want to say 20 minutes we want idea open yes or say ye be obinya ka de be na hopefully means and that's all on anim no the 2 key words want to say want
you know who was saying that so
now even when no be any that's why I'm a Champions League final. When you play no be play
no cast na say but say and man so you contra me gentleman cast na say na because Arsenal say unmas na history what mama me Arsenal biggest player ya to the
biggest player
say Arsenal koto big player pass na to with mama me
maybe akaka oni a
also Obre
Francis Jeffers
Unzo Obre Unentia Obre in our history and yes animal
na Ozil de no na
Ozil some Ozil no free Madrid he had gone up to Madrid for Yanko forcing the turn no more penibium okay
to turn from a big team
also just no Madrid in Pem so Madrid of course
what is Kenya no and people Alexis Sanchez and also na Barca so na Barca mpeno na ekofa no but we has na history you ento sa player be obvious big side be or Arsenal just be na yen e man e star yen but man has na history kakra you start English first division and it any
dog patromiti
Liverpool J League yen Man U J League yen but start say J League Herbert Chapman oko Emirates is here the status on Herbert Chapman and the 2 team obeso a team no ye beje 4 league titles near be pa Liverpool ni Manchester now as a time I get 8 league titles no be anye 7 crowd England and you dey ye get 8 league titles no be akranye the next one was 6 before ye be premiership as Premier League yeah I did at a time na me medical school ya course in the 92 year na Arsenal J league titles in 10 na Man U just saying so okay unka na Man U 8 the only club I never change was Liverpool because of Bill Shankly never obey and it's no man rise no the 8 no rise I be drew 18 in the ever Premier League as no Arsenal were the second best in terms of league titles over England until Alex Ferguson be any wonders Manchester United in the Arsenal team na mudi one gross me join my history me join Arsenal 1984 na me pay Arsenal the reason why I don't come in time me join Arsenal there's so many bobo chen obi that time when come hit me bobo back be Liverpool in everything na Liverpool na me second team no but now Arsenal no more provide them with the first black football star black England 80s no black Arsenal be jiwa tum say star no only say be Arsenal although me remember for Nottingham Forest Brian Clough Nottingham Forest omo Viv Anderson you know about two the first black guy ko England number 2 on okay 84 na me go Arsenal 84 na no free Nottingham Forest e be join Arsenal Tiasa benya me favorite player David Rocastle ne friend Rocky o na say Paul Davis and Michael Thomas they say Liverpool go ya no 1989 that just amenya shema when the match about the famous Arsenal 89 because Liverpool 2-0 DJ League at Anfield inti Arsenal no from our history here players Arsenal in a year kofa yeah right you find free Crystal Palace no yet world class player no yeah she goes mom but yeah be man yeah right Thierry Henry no akona Juventus Bresa yeah kofa ne buy ne very rival no Patrick Vieira ofri kan oko Milan no Bresa ne kofa ne ba Arsenal ne ma Patrick Vieira players the players only more dinner Dennis Bergkamp cry yes sister to your man or Emirates or Inter Milan from Ajax or Strasbourg and to say kofa ne ba 85
same way Marco
so we enti Arsenal team yakoto Ronaldo bi ana yakoto amosue say yakoto nti yakoto Tomiyasu mamonsirin structure no just say nya coach yakoto sa place nketwa na And that's why I don't believe in Arteta. I don't think Arteta beat my judgment. Me call as an answer. Only your coach. Who to the how? Then how? What in here? That was Arsenal. My first league I'm just as a supporter was 89 and I catch you because Liverpool. That was one of my best days. And 91 Liverpool's ABG 90 yes ABG back 91.
Okay.
A Graham. That's not a history. To top big stars. We make stars. Just that we need a coach now who can make
them into stars. Yes.
Yeah, Tommy. Any football na you know. Say, koto Tommy Yasu, I am a support mu.
Say nkaso support.
Oh no, Kobinya Butode. Even Liverpool club plays when not to beginning. Robertson Kotono is star. Why not go Bundia when you are not on Newcastle for relegation? So okay, no Newcastle and Liverpool Kotono. A good coach when it meet up players, normal players, no more stars. Players are club you almost stars, no one stars. Oh,
the Chelsea coach your buy.
Yeah,
Rudiger, no, san. When the Rudiger bobble, I say, or your world class defender be coach.
It's a close coach. I'm respecting it because players are not top players. I can see the only or you could do baby na fe you could do fan na uncle you know say after the mentor big no koto Alisson Van Dijk. On pen a big place or that time. But beginning, no money, officer, no money in your star. I'm quoting 30 milligram in said also. Salah, no, I deal with Roma, but then Salah way. Firmino, no, Liverpool is not your bad, but yes, I think you bring Liverpool. So you put them together, then they make a philosophy of football team building. I buy the boom in time, pay club as him, pay to heal as him, because they understand the philosophy of football and they know how to build their teams. In the Arsenal coach in the Keke. Place which is here, the same place where you could go to be our teaching team say Conte. Antonio Conte was so team they will surprise you.
To shall say Peñas
to surprise you. Your team yes I coaching a bone on the oil. Why confused? But
okay. Coach Asema Bemi the enche ever blaster the enso to go or to stay. Any a home system. Okay. Christian, it's another weekend. I'm on for her. Interesting
weekend. Arsenal for the Omai say Ghana na history na ne beka sa mprempra asem ne yeka. Da bia na Arsenal na unim ye mrebi atwam mo te say Ghana pepe.
Ene Ghana.
Mrebi atwam asem ko ne yeka. Mrebi atwam.
Say football is
football the football about history. No Real Madrid no mo Champions League 5 no to Arsenal mo di as Real Madrid.
Omo mprempre no so ye.
I know, but woman is high na mo nya we ene dey kan.
Your games na all weekend.
Wa ene Tottenham Hotspur now started season very well.
Yes, they are the leaders of the season.
Yeah, only say now
the only team with 100% record.
Yeah, 100% unbeaten.
Yeah.
Now there are two Tottenham Hotspur in the transfer market and no be any say Bianca Hurricane e kwa. Omtima Hurricane e timi try no be any say Bianca betima ha Tottenham Hotspur. They starting season, Tottenham Hotspur after 3 games and they kind the only team so far 100% record. Chairman, there Adema Tottenham Hotspur there no quite interesting. They say sad 9 points na Tottenham Hotspur Ukrano. Almost only 3 goals. Almost first game, almost Man City 1-0. Almost second game of the season, almost Wolves 1-0. And almost third game of the season, almost Watford 1-0. So any team where share so many goals, they've scored only 3 goals, but they have 9 points. Are they cry Tottenham Hotspur into the 4th week of the Premier League? How many Crystal Palace nebo? The Bianamican who's a Crystal Palace they are being coached by Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira. Now so far, Chama say about only 2 drawn games. The first game Olusu 3-0 to Chelsea. 2 games at Twasuno was a 0-0 drawn game to Brentford. And I think there was any West Ham about 2-2.
Sorry, yeah.
It say the first game is disappointing there. But the over draw 0-0 against Brentford. And now only a 2-2 drawn game against West Ham. For a coach, I want to see the first game to Chelsea by 3-0 there. I'm sure so better for the side. Now, also against another London derby. Tottenham was London, right? Now, Crystal Palace started season in the games are opening against London opposition. Also
about
Chelsea. About Brentford, a London team.
Yeah.
And then also about against Tottenham.
About West Ham. So
4 teams on the trot.
No, about
London from Kwan. Diema Misro, Patrick Vieira, and he said, Onya win so far in the Premier League. 3 games no win. After no open the first win. But the first win na open no against Timwa, Yamianum Kweni, Edim papa. The next 5 weeks at that Crystal Palace anymore. Obo Tottenham Hotspur Obo against Liverpool. No abo against Arsenal. No abo against Leicester City in the next 5 weeks. For a manager, open the first win. Fixtures net twice so Edima Crystal Palace no. Chairman Yamianum Kweni, Edim papa.
It's on the first 4 games near London
derbies. But about London derbies, we are chairman. Games at twice for a manager, chasing the first win. On your win, I open the first win, you know. About Hospice, we are. About Liverpool. No about Arsenal. No about Leicester City. So the start of the season for coach here, on the first appointment in the Premier League. Chairman, Edim, papa. So we extended Crystal Palace to last season now. The last 12 games I have bought in the Premier League, you know. Crystal Palace only 2 points per. 2 points and a Crystal Palace so bad form no back into this game one against Tottenham Hotspur 100% start to the Premier League. Jama Eddie Kaka say the first 3 games I want no is against London clubs. But chairman in those 3 games now on team Peki win the Edema Crystal Palace ni say omo abo only 5 shots in those 3 games. Ayo mama the entire Enyo say the attack is being led by Ghana's own Jordan Ayew. So in 3 games, you know, only 5 shots on target and a Crystal Palace now. Omodeba into a game against Tottenham Hotspur on Shego ba on concede. So an attack in yet versus a Tottenham Hotspur team in 3 games on 1 goal per just enough for Tottenham Hotspur to win the game. Me assure say the Crystal Palace papa. Now especially against Timwa, Crystal Palace and Saint Timin Shawamu. Now me check the last 12 meetings between Crystal Palace and the Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur we need 10. 2 penalty pie in a draw. But more be a renfi. So the last 2 meetings between Tottenham Hotspur and the Crystal Palace. Say Crystal Palace and able fear. The last 2 meetings in Nano, Etimia pie 1-1. And the Crystal Palace able fear. For a manager onya win. Against a team of 100% recorder on time to me channel. Chairman, yes, was a very difficult for both teams in but Tottenham Hotspur and several players. Davison Sanchez, Christian Romero, and Giovanni Lo Celso. Also, a Premier League Mranoso, Echo North America, Echo Ball World Cup qualifier. Internet can say some players in me and sending Chairman, I think say Croatia. More self isolation. Also, Tomo de self isolation. No Croatia. As long as into this game, it's a brand different Davison Sanchez starting season now. Center back on the bottom of Tottenham Hotspur, and now you're available. So when you're available there, I'm very sure a brand here. Your friend Jafet Tanganga and a bubble in place of brand different Davison Sanchez. Emerson Royal, FC Barcelona, and I'm very sure after the international break, Emerson Royal. Even the derby for Tottenham Hotspur, Abramobo against Crystal Palace. Chairman, game ready. Said the Tottenham Hotspur started. Now Crystal Palace ends around for more. Any weeks at Crystal Palace, Eddie ram into the next 5 weeks. I'm not sure that particular the first win. So when the results cry, bet my buana. I think it's a draw. A bit favorable result.
That was about a comment to say 1-1 draw. In this game, you got the other games.
Arsenal Norwich
relegation battle.
A game one. Where
the last
proper definition for do or die.
When they do or die.
2 teams in
they do or die for both teams.
Both teams. Also, Obianya, where start to the season? It will be a team. Okay, my boss 3 games.
Yeah, Daniel, almost how much you go?
Yes, I'm the one go, but I'm consider 10.
By Shegu,
Mama consider 9. Chairman, 2 teams, 2 teams, Obianya the start of the season, no pe team be either reviving the season now. Or when little block so Eddie Benya de move for team fan starting the season. I know they can Norwich 19 for the league table. Norwich has 10 goals. I consider 1. The goal difference -9. Arsenal at also 20th. Arsenal asset no goal. But Arsenal I consider 9. So the goal difference between for Arsenal so 9. So 2 teams no be any point there. Obia goal difference -9. The entire Norwich and Arsenal so say Norwich in 3 games as 1 goal. Arsenal in 3 games and she go. So 2 teams are on performance so far in the Premier League no. I have very abysmal so far no. And Omushia and Enyumre. So 2 teams no. Obia help a resource to start their season. Chairman, Arsenal, the last 2 games Arsenal bono, then you're quite encouraging, especially against Man City. The way Man City tear Arsenal apart, SN 5-0 no. Then your resource are say Man City ni Arsenal ebo game one. Na Man City bo fear. So Man City sha Arsenal na kenyo obi amawa. But the manner Man City fast so betimi sha Arsenal 5-0 no.
You go bantu onyaje.
Then worry. Not just the goalkeeper. Your most experienced player on the pitch is our necessary red card. International player. Or international player, or captain for your national team. You are 2-0 down.
All the teams Bobo boys into me bet both teams to score.
Yes.
It's also both teams to lose. Arsenal know it.
Arsenal back-to-back defeat. Arsenal lost the first game to Brentford. That was too disappointing. 2 games net twice no. Now me sure say Arsenal supporters will cry omo permutation na. E be the last 2 games net twice no be omo fan kan because omo Brentford we no. Arsenal bo against Chelsea. E bo against Man City. Only Man City bo, only Chelsea in this form e bo. Many also be quite hopeful so betima peke maximum points. But they too disappointing for Arsenal. And it's our first day lost to Brentford. Chairman Areho. For Arsenal, now Wabo Premier League over against newly promoted side. I had the first game there. Arsenal lost 2-0 to that game. No, they're quite disappointing. But 2 games now twice to the man Arsenal no. Chairman, I don't need them now. Here can watch them say Arsenal having lost their first game 2-0 to Brentford. Now Chelsea have sent 2-0. Chelsea sent 2-0 we no. Now Man City swaba. Abano 5-0. So far Arsenal entimi enche go. Many of us were expecting say if there was a perfect time for Arsenal to sack Arteta, now time na because now there was international break. So can new coach be a bar? Obenya time kakra in the team no. But Arsenal dey almost Arteta na no dey call for this pointer. I'm sure say and one dey be season no. Arsenal bottom on the league table. Na Tambe number sacking doctor Tambe. International break we. Na mo be 2 weeks.
Is another international break.
And then more train.
Into 3 games yene Norwich.
Yes.
Yene Burnley and Spurs. So 3 games
na mo de hwe no.
Odi agora October beko. Masa.
Chairman.
Yeah bro.
Mo bre because me hwe for what the Arsenal in the past. Now where the Arsenal are in present what Arsenal is doing currently you know an insult to what Arsenal have done in the past. Nema Arsenal your partners and Arsenal na ya book game Arsenal she go.
Mo say Jude Ezeka sen be me.
Jude. Jude you know. Jude say please big me I beg. Inform dog that Okonfonoche, Yasantua and Kwame Nkrumah won't all come back to life again. They are all history, so you should forget that history stories, and think about the current. Football has evolved, so if you fail to evolve, you'll be left behind, and that's what is happening to us now. Jude, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital.
Jude, me can history. Football is about history. The entire Kotoko a history.
Yeah.
The Yamaha has no history. Club you as be only history. Club etin
but history but not the current.
But evolution or canon. Football evolved only evolution many who scan abem. And as I can be medias now. Now we think I ask for Betoya, Momoto PSG. It's hard for Beto Asan, Casa be a win. No, of course not. Into Jude, I understand your point, but evolution is scan abem. We are even a Premier League era. Yen na ne timi ne Man United edi akon ye no maji Sikaba Chelsea no na Chelsea be count true or false and Arsenal be top 3 Sikaba Man City must be count when Arsenal be top 14 and it is ska na we are scanning the only na PS na ko ekire ha me be do bi edi but I'm saying say players who see no with a good coach you know your performance be better. That's all I'm saying. Jude, I'm not saying say we are not evolving. We are evolving just
but a boss Scandia in ya you say Skaba push him to back yeah two but Arsenal also to Brentford this can Arsenal
they don't no make on no can or say Arsenal we are failing to evolve or no no see we are failing to evolve now as ye behind and I'm saying say I require yen ya isika
chairman nothing say Minka the last time Arsenal started a season at Olusu first 4 games. I was checking, the last time was 1923-1924. And Arsenal bought first 4 games at Olusu first 4 games.
Did you enter you will lose?
My name sir, Minka sir. Arsenal will need to score.
Callum Chambers, Jordan.
You say Norwich better Arsenal.
I say Arsenal will need to score.
Christian, you did in your heart and Norwich better Arsenal.
Now it makes me Arsenal.
Brentford has
Callum Chambers got a key to move to the assessment. Callum Chambers, even any bottle. It was important.
No, first game back in the Premier League. You be ceremony. Oh, atmosphere. Brentford no more London. No, Netherlands. No feeling no boss how much, and I say COVID my players be just a day before the game. And I
don't cover your players half cross Norwich need to be sure.
No, I'm talking about Brentford and I'm just saying
Brentford.
I'm saying Norwich intimidation.
Oh, me too said Norwich intimidation Arsenal. But what I'm saying is that Arsenal will need to avoid a very unnecessary record. So man should go now. Arsenal in their history, and first 4 games in the Premier League, on should go that. So Arsenal lose the BSC pain, but say Arsenal lose first 4 games. Now one team and should go in first 4 games. You know, it will be the first time ever in the history of Arsenal.
And they should go. I'm afraid.
The entire say Arsenal should go. Chama men from me. Now coming from Beshe because Norwich there. Say me start me kind. Say team backward defensively and the crowd back here Norwich. They've considered 10 goals. 10 goals na Norwich. I consider about team actually 1 pair. Me sure say a guy say Man City almost 5.
That sounds so defense. Yeah, also consider 9.
But Arsenal, come on, Arsenal consider. Arsenal we making excuses. Now we know.
The back four is different.
Yeah, back four entirely different. Partey is also making a return to the team.
Yeah, and the back four.
So White is starting. Quite solid.
Gabriel started. White is starting.
Yeah. Norwich 5-0 loss to Man City. 3-0 loss to Liverpool. And even go no machine. It was a penalty. A 2-1 loss to Leicester City the last time. And a Timu Puki, any penalty, or my team they shall go. In so far, open play, Crano, Nanka Leicester City, Nanka Norwich, and to be NC go. But the most important thing is that they scored a goal. But Oma considered 10, Arsenal considered 9. Now, dear woman, science chairman, you can't Norwich as them. And Norwich as a 1 goal, dear. But the last time a Norwich ever Premier League maybe ever compared this season, this season 1. Norwich acquired 13 games. What do all those 13 games? Last season Norwich call equal relegation. Olusu the fair in the last 10 games. Olusu ni na. And you back into this season. What's Olusu the first 3 games? And the team the last 13 games in the Premier League. Norwich Olusu sa 13 games ni na. And yet team enough quality to beat Arsenal. And most importantly, the last time Premier League Arsenal enomushia or Emirates Mekaipa. That was in July 2020. Arsenal show 4-0. So even though said Norwich Timu Puki, Daniel Faki, say a lot of havoc, some surprising results here and there, but Team Bakua Arsenal shared more power in that season was Arsenal. And for a team who 13 games, losing run 13 games, draw current team PMU. So 13 games in Nano, they've lost every single game in those run against Arsenal. Chasing the first win of the season there. I think if Arsenal will need a game to start the season now and against Norwich. Well, excuses Arsenal are making in those 3 matches in Yano, and then there's no excuse. Thomas Partey is making a return into the team. Ben White is available. Gabriel Magalhaes, me so say place no kwa bed there. Center back no mean never bo. So Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White both 4 and 5. Thomas Partey and Lakonga in the middle. Na say bia Odegaard 10. Na Pepe any Aubameyang lead the attack in there. Arsenal have enough quality against such a weak team. Say at least say go na Arsenal win and Arsenal there. Where your position as the betman and first win of the season. Emofu.
Okay.
Chelsea.
But Cristiano Ronaldo super born in first game. Let's not.
Chelsea bought Aston Villa. Chelsea for in fact, team Bakwa Tottenham was the leading table in the year. But beside me team in the season was starting very well. Pala. Yamenu can make to Chelsea. And Tottenham any 9 points there. But games are Chelsea abo. Chelsea still remain unbeaten after 3 games in the day. Yamenu created Chelsea season, they've started very, very, very well. 3-0 win over Crystal Palace first day. Second day, 2-0 win over Arsenal. Third day, Anfield. For a team called Anfield. Now the first 45 minutes, they were leading Liverpool or Anfield and to that red card. No, about the entire second half with a man down. And to make matters worse for Chelsea, they also lost Abrantia, your friend N'Golo Kante. Oh, bought a man down against Liverpool. Oh, Anfield, you need N'Golo Kante. They lost N'Golo Kante. They lost one man. So in the remaining 45 minutes, Anfield, Chelsea 8 minutes surviving here with a man down. Chelsea season almost starting very, very, very well. They are playing against Aston Villa. Amuda 11th or just 4 points per. Aston Villa season, and so started very, very well. But after that, Chelsea a very difficult week. Chelsea bought Aston Villa we are. Next week in the Champions League, Chelsea bought against Zenit St. Petersburg. About our Champions League game new year. Chelsea SIA bought against Aston Villa in the EFL Cup. About Aston Villa we are. Chelsea next game a home game against Man City. No, we September. Abro ko Italy and Juventus about Champions League. So baby a very, very, very difficult week for Chelsea. But never could cry Chelsea. They said Chelsea amazing squad depth. Say player be free more, no be shame more. It's more like for like. You don't feel the absence of one player in Chelsea team no. But let's quickly remind Chelsea for say last season. Chelsea for FA only 1 point versus Aston Villa. Upe teams now Chelsea and show cry last season now. Aston Villa can. Mikai pass in the first run. Chelsea and Aston Villa able 1-1 or Stamford Bridge. And the last day of the season, a game when Chelsea here so team we need to qualify for a Champions League no. And Chelsea lose 2-1 to Aston Villa. But then Chelsea team qualify for Champions League no because on that day no Leicester were disappointing. Second Leicester win here even Chelsea am top 4. So last season Chelsea in 2 games they picked only 1 point versus Aston Villa and Chelsea to watch Aston Villa. Aston Villa season on Saturday and chairman very, very disappointing start. On my first game, surprisingly, I'm lose 3-2 to newly promoted side Watford. For a team last season, why that wonders. The last game of the season, Usher Chelsea. Now you're back into the new season. Now the first game, now all lose a 3-2 to a newly promoted side. Your friend Watford. That was too disappointing. But after that game, you know, or bounce back, say Newcastle 2-0. And then the next game, I started international break, you know, I'm Brentford, and so about 1-1. Yeah, besides, what is the big player Omulusu over the transfer market? Aston Villa, Elusu, are defending Jack Grealish. So your team, Biana, so Ulusu, Jack Grealish, a chairman, a bear fair too. But Omulusu, Jack Grealish, you know, what was the addition? Quickly, I'm going to call Air Norwich, Ecofa Branch defending Emiliano Buendia. I'm going to call Air by Leverkusen, Ecofa Branch defending Elion Bailey. I'm going to call Southampton. Ecofa Brantia, your friend Danny Ings, about Liverpool paying. So in terms of experience in the Premier League, you know, Danny Ings will be. And I'm saying Inter Milan, Ecofa Brantia, your friend Ashley Young. Ashley Young, a former player for Manchester United. So in terms of Premier League experience, Ashley Young and so etimi will be. But Omi and correct medical can say last season Chelsea for 1 point from more dear. But I was Stamford Bridge, Chelsea both here. I was Stamford Bridge, you know. The last time at Aston Villa, etimi say Chelsea, I was Stamford Bridge. That was way back in 2011. Since then, Aston Villa entity and share Chelsea. The Kai Plaza 2011. Almost Chelsea by 3-1. A branch of friend Steven Island. And it's Tillian Petrov. And a Darren Bent. I said 3 goals. Edema Aston Villa. Almost Chelsea by 3-1. Since then, back in December 2011, the game in the course was Stamford Bridge in Kwana. Aston Villa entity and share Chelsea. Medical can Chelsea there. Squad in depth. Amazing. Almost Rhys James. Red card onye into Rhys James and Timmy Mobi. Say Rhys James Mobi dia. I'm very sure say coach you know Eddie Cesar Spilicueta ebe right. Say Cesar Spilicueta echo right dia. Center of the center back partnership no. A branch friend Trevor Chalobah in their first game against Crystal Palace, he was amazing. It is a Cesar Spilicueta echo number 2. Not the Trevor Chalobah the can't take go Silva who was center back now. I'm sure say they will do the job. N'Golo Kante, the last game na N'Golo Kante pick injury no. I think say almost on bias no. But I'm not very sure say week never be remunity no. Obetima resting N'Golo Kante because week never rem there a very, very difficult week for Chelsea. N'Golo Kante probably might not play in the game now. Chelsea and so airborne. Say N'Golo Kante one able. I'm sure say Kovacic and Jorginho. So I must have partnership no now. There's a certain Saul Nigueza over team. Chairman, let's look at this replacement. There's no N'Golo Kante. You'll be able to say N'Golo Kante Mobi. Say N'Golo Kante more na Kovacic. Any Jorginho nebo. Wa more Kovacic no Jorginho no but even Saul Niguez any Jorginho. I think that Chelsea will still remain very, very, very compact. Chelsea will win.
Yes.
Chelsea will win. But Chelsea is very careful. Aston Villa for enough quality in attack. Danny Ings and they are brand defend Oli Watkins and they lead on attack now. Oh boy, against such a team, one very, 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 very careful. But everything said and done, Chelsea in the ball fear or Stamford Bridge. Aston Villa ain't me say Chelsea was Stamford Bridge. I'm sure say Chelsea unbeaten start to the season. Ebe to asu. Ye na Chelsea I said 2-0. I keep a clean sheet. The man Ukrainian chairman. I will not be surprised. The biggest game of the weekend, Leicester City and Man City in the Premier League in there. Game one, no. Man City and started season here. The first two competitive games in Yanolusu Community Shield, Leicester SN 1-0. The first Premier League match of the season, Tottenham Hotspur SN Man City 1-0. So starting season and the first two competitive games Olusu Man City are bouncing back. The last two games, Man City winning by 5-0, 5-0. Was Norwich 5-0, and Arsenal 5-0. San Man City had 6 points and Man City was 6 points there. But Man City able against Leicester and also the same number of points, 6 points, 6 points. The only difference is that I think Man City had a 7th and Leicester had I think Leicester had a 9th thereabout. Yes, 7th and 9th. But the difference is that only now 6 points, Man City actually a lot of goals in those 3 games now. Man City abon. Man City Leicester in games number 4 games goal difference the chairman -1. The only reason to say first game chairman Bombardier Etimi Eshe was 1-0. Was 1-0 we no. The second game of the season, surprisingly, West Ham Eshe Leicester by 4 goals to 1. In a game I think say Ayozi Perez in a red card. And a Leicester elusive game 4-1 to West Ham. And the last game of boy when you 2-1 win over Norwich, Jimmy Vardy and Marco Brighton say 2 goals Edema Leicester. So say 4-1 loss to West Ham I'm a goal difference as at now -1. They've scored 4 but they've conceded 5. Against Man City I think say 10 goals I conceded just 1. So Man City I say a lot of goals but Leicester actually only 4 goals per. So teams in a very defining moment for the game when they were the best of attack. Bama Manfo Renfi said Leicester already as a Man City in a competitive game. Yesterday season in the Community Shield, Leicester and they Man City by 1-0. The last 3 meetings between them, Leicester winning 2. Until the team back one and saying, Otimisha Man City pa Leicester said the last 3 competitive meetings on the Man City Asiano were winning a mummy. But young Fantuja say Leicester nebo ofie the King's Power Stadium. At the King's Power Stadium, the last time Leicester any win over Man City way back in 2018. From 2018 ebano, say Leicester ebo ofie na against Man City nkwa yada omuntai entimi winning against Man City. Chairman, okay. Titi bounce back omoye. But results of Man City enya in recent times in the chairman say ofie. Omukwa away in the first game was an away loss to Tottenham Hotspur. And obetrefi abo games menu a sa efie games menu nyina no watimi awini. By nay or say kwa away against a very tough opponent. Chairman, me sure say Man City for a team back betime how pa na o the Leicester beka ho. My Renfi say last season see a team back na way record pa in the Premier League na Man City. Man City in 19 games last season enya 45 points. Until away and Man City league no last season. So in those 19 games we now 45 points. But over against Tottenham Leicester City, Yuri Telemans, Wilfred Ndidi in Mayfield, Wabo James Madison, Harvey Barnes, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Jimmy Vardy in attack. I'm sure it's a game at this state of the season there are too many good teams on the league. So the more now dropping points now actually Man City already had dropping points in the first game. I don't think they would like to drop more points abroad in Leicester City able. Okay. So if they have to take the Premier League title there, definitely, they need to pick a win against Leicester City. They will need to. But Leicester with so much quality. Me assure say game I'll go for double chance for Man City. Man City a draw.
I win or draw for Man City.
Yes.
Okay.
What the one last game and the focus is on Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo there I think that Man City already had dropped 2 points against Southampton. So this Southampton will draw and a point win. Me make say a point drop because it's a game that you should win. So much of the league in there. Those teams now, seven team can only enough quality. No, when you meet them, you pick maximum points. So the last time Man City about draw against Arantino. Yeah, United about draw against Arantino. I think say instead of some focus, they got 1 point. I would say they dropped 2 points. But chairman and they Man City season, Manchester United 5-1 win over Leeds United, 1-0 win over Wolves United. Until almost first 2 games, now you win. And to they drop points against my friends Arantino. Chairman, against Newcastle the more full. Newcastle 1 point.
Everything Ronaldo to score.
Yeah, Newcastle 3 games on 1 point per.
Ronaldo to score.
The last 17th. Ronaldo eba. In fact, Newcastle when a back-to-back defeat. Lose to West Ham, lose to Aston Villa, and 1 point against Arantino. The next team is strong sir. And Ronaldo aba the euphoria, the attention, there will be expectation against Ronaldo against such a team. And Enya the Saturday, Chairman. 3-0 win for Manchester United against Newcastle. 3-0. I will not be surprised.
Ronaldo to score. Okay. All right. I don't know. Doc.
This is a team in our team for
Premier League. Chelsea. Chelsea. Liverpool. City.
Only more the same. Chelsea.
You tip Chelsea to win.
Team in our team all because of their coach. It's a
Chelsea then because of their coach.
Chelsea need Liverpool ball or boy. It's a brilliant coach.
At a point, who's a Chelsea boy a man down?
Or the footballers. I mean, he's brilliant. He's the one out of no.
Maybe
why no way?
Chelsea Liverpool.
Hey, Obi Antibu
Man U. I'm not for Ronaldo Belmont in Chelsea. I'm on my title contender. Ronaldo, no,
they should be.
No Juventus.
And then
Juventus, I'm
analysis view on Ronaldo, but many time, my focus me time, but a double-edged sword. Ronaldo no Obano because of Omo coach Omo right now. Ronaldo will effect a team so well because of Onyini Kakana Wasani Idio Obobono. He plays as your top striker, but somehow, and then also top striker the man only half. He gives you the goals, but doesn't give you the pressing you need up front.
Okay, that's there. He will give you the goals, all right,
but doesn't give you the pressing.
But say you also started pressing from the top.
Until your coach, I believe in pressing. Only the issues, and this issue sometimes it affected even Portugal. It affected Juventus in a big way. Players like Dybala, Lumina, they never found the way they were playing around Ronaldo. Because Dybala will be I want to play off like a point player, like be a Giroud type of player. But Ronaldo no you know. Or when the man kick no started drifting, and he's not so fast, but he's so intelligent that he makes the important runs into the box and scores enough goals. But for general teamwork, somehow no one managing here. To affect the general teamwork. Man, you say
95.7.
All these players are more picky up. No, you have to be careful. And here he'll block their path. Obviously, Jadon Sancho say, already gonna start here, and I will explain why. Maybe Sancho now I want for copy this kakesi kotona me comfortable because of the issue of team. Sometimes a team will make a player look good, but when you pick that player out, and Dortmund has this history. They come all the way to even for club. Remember, they they never worked out because they were part of a machine. When you pick them out as single players, you don't know how they were functioning to make that machine effective. When they move out of that system, they don't work well for you. See, and no, cautious kakra. Somehow, no image of Ronaldo, but he has changed completely. But I know about my near the same ball or what is it?
But still, he has his pace.
Hey, he's good. I want to know yeah, because I'm respecting for the ball, not the ball in 20 years. Wouldn't say the fact that you need tattoo on him. Wouldn't tattoo anymore.
So donate blood.
They want to donate blood. I mean, this is what can a human being when you say because I want to donate blood. Come in, tattoo grant to me. Or you're a magnificent human being. And in terms of football ethics and as self-discipline and how to motivate yourself, drive. Me share ball, me who play Biate or Ronaldo. Me who be that, not a single, no Maradona, no me who ball play Biate. Me motivation, my drive to do or to succeed.
95.7.
Any age, could be any figure.
Yeah.
Last time I share England, my name is Luke Shaw. I feel like in the channel more in the contour. I look as I can say.
Yeah.
Why can't you control your weight? Ronaldo, this old man, in terms of football age, look at his physique. Ocho be already 19, right?
Yeah, Ronaldo.
And if you're not motivated to that level, you can't do that. Untini, your name and any weight, any weight, and but Ronaldo is a fantastic specimen of a footballer. To me, opposed to a footballer who sees now so show be do any better. So say I want to be like somebody. Don't try to be like Messi. Messi is my favorite player because Nyamiamano Adomache.
Yeah, he has the talent.
He has the talent. Ronaldo needs that talent in him, but he's made up with hard work and discipline. And when he with me abuse, that much in Nyamiamano
yes. But if you work hard,
like what Ronaldo does now, you can go somewhere. Ronaldo there, or my idol. I like him for that. Or a super human being. I don't have anything against him, but I'm saying say man you for no, and yeah, he can cry. Especially because of the coach they have.
Coach in the man to win it.
Yes, because you say one man.
Maybe a teacher be an answer club be the
who say even Portugal national team.
Yeah.
Coach into manage Bruno Fernandes.
Any Ronaldo would.
They are your mom. Ronaldo see back Bruno Fernandes are here matching him.
Yeah.
And he's come to meet the same player. Man U.
Yeah.
And he's been their key player this past 2 years. About 1.5 seasons. On the ball penalty, on the ball free kick, Jeff in the sense to say how that affect him. Although he was happy to bring Ronaldo into the team, no, or Satibana Punya penalty, Onya way. And we need a coach or two footballers. With me, she just a place here, and why balance rules now, Mommy effective. And yes, sir, they will get one side up and the one side will go down. See, they have to care how they handle Ronaldo. But I'm happy so back to the Premier League, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I'm so City, but I'm happy so back. Because we hear Ronaldo in the Casam BB and he enjoyed the Premier League more than any league. Yeah. Not even La Liga or Champions League. He really enjoyed the Premier League. Yes, so and
the Premier League is so central from so.
Hey, that's what the almost on is as Ronaldo no coin no. Chapter B, remember the chapter you're wiping off. Nessa number the say Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Doctor, since I Ronaldo coin, we have been on my sign as so Ronaldo.
In terms of
Manchester,
Pogba was big.
In terms of performance, the Ronaldo.
No performance.
Well, of course, Ronaldo.
I'm talking about in terms of
image. Pogba fit Juve ban.
Yeah, he was big.
No, you're big, but Anna, that time Ronaldo free your friend saying Sporting
no, it's
the English say since Ronaldo free Manchester no, the biggest player they've ever bought at the return of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Of course, I mean,
no,
it's true.
But
say he's coming as a superstar.
Yeah, or you're bigger than.
So it comes back to feed. Say since Ronaldo Koyeno, players are being Ronaldo coming second time. No, even is bigger than every other player they've bought in between the period he left.
Yeah, that's the first.
Well, even he's 36.
No, that's the first statement.
Yeah, even though he's 36.
I appear Emmanuel say that I don't say Ronaldo does not have talent because we all watch him at the time. No, you are misunderstanding it. Only compared him to Messi, Messi is more talented. Actually, Ronaldo.
Only talent I could do here.
Yes, but Ronaldo, they all can say Ronaldo worked hard, like we're working so hard to get to.
My man example, my church say Messi. Ronaldo drive Nibia, can Messi about double the way. Do you understand me?
Okay.
So Messi was Ronaldo drive, they drive to be the best, they drive to do everything. No? Messi will be I got obey the chain. I'm saying say Ronaldo is not as talented as Messi, and who are only one day, but once we on natural talent, obvious. But the first only as talented as Messi, that's only Messi here. She tells he has really worked hard. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
And I'm commending him. I'm not saying it as a negative thing. It's positive for him.
Yeah.
It's just only talent I could do that level. And I play some more blacks I come some more talent now. Run any talent. No, but you make a side teeny carefully.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Doc, you're referee now. You're is some because I know say last time said some more. Still I heard him say little pokunti number.
Yeah, frame you issues be but
okay. And you say super pants when him. So no so about the kai ho.
Rich
so bad. What offer a baby, Gakabia?
Our free area more.
I will free him. I'll call fear do more baby. It's you ever heard anybody? As we get Ronaldo is the best more than Messi. We have many Messis in Ghana. Okay, well, say history, sir. No more relegation. No wonder old people they support Arsenal. No young football person can support Arsenal this time. Alasa Mumuni. Okay, Govi Savo King. Because the match earlier.
I'm just last baby. Football support, you know. It comes with team air flush time I play football. Sana football team. It's more obi on supporters and now and you me you know obi am age bia oya hwem obi a Liverpool most of them Liverpool
you know age national supporters support o
I say and they say no say emra na hard to folk gina so na young people need be brave support here because that's what they saw adia who say the who when it oh, 84 say those times at Liverpool no gina so no. Who say mpanyimfo no be young men also want Liverpool. Maybe because no papa in Liverpool near or yeah mom pay Liverpool. Yeah. Oh, who say dog say na papa good koni or ne koko to pasa so ne go to ready. But that time no na has se go to dogs there me pay we. What you say?
Internet so we you Ghana. I have Chelsea Benya support the Chelsea Ghana.
If I don't move,
because Chelsea need team winning and things. It's not a football thing. Onya botre. Say because Arsenal occupy young people now pass for Benya kakra because any idea fact.
Okay, interesting. Na
mo ka say yeji sike mesere mo nya mo abotre kakra. Na nya ma coach dey kwan because every coach must be given the latitude to operate. What the team are your business? Yeah, the team your business. What do you say? Our about 3 teams: Dreams FC and a Premier team. Our In God We Trust, a second division. Still believe, and also a second division. Okay. Now me catch up will say Dreams FC and some of the players they be on my board Dreams. They one moment be now I'm making sure say I don't know the players in young firm blah blah. Why yeah? Managers, management agency, I'm managing my players. I'm bomb the team do my coverage. You know, and they are managing and making sure say you make sure man about blasta when the nipa no any performance for bia abobo. So I'm telling you, Mr. Yeah, no china on the emergency meeting. Yeah, pepons one a easy if you on even why make us say a branch. CK is going through a lot of psychological trauma. Of course. On your view on the Bekasa. Baby, I was saying bungalow. Madam Fukusapia. Airport. Young man. They say young man. President. And him saw Oti regime. Yeah, Kasi. And him saw man for the Ebu. Obin country no mind. So on front the Nasu on from Kogiyevi. Cats is not playing in the interest of this country. On this and the NDC group, no, he's not. He wants us to fail, but me country no. In Kelemene. Will not sit down for him to mess up with the GFA and the coach.
Well, they say at the level I don't know the politicians at your voice about Titus Glover in the case and say Kurt and his NDC group. Well, when
you are divorced, but then if the divorce will lead to the benefit and the good of the children, yes, family fine. But if it will end up destroying the family and destroying the children, I would advise. If you are the FA president, would you start thinking now? I would want to take, knowing from my background and who I know what you know, what I want, I would want to take the radical step, which is sacking the whole technical team and also revolutionizing the team, making sure we have a new crop of players.
Okay, and here Neil and Tevanda point now, Mubusan say, it's Unankaya FA president. Edian and Kabe Saki Sika na. And Neil and Tevanda boys, or no, dear, or no, God, go more radical. Can you just seek you? Go Saki the entire technical team of the Black Stars. Now, Wasan has so revolutionize it. The Black Stars again with a perfect timing. As I was my partner here, Senior Aquaba. You look at Mana. What's I see? And I say, I didn't yet take a twist with politics. In fact, already Nila Devana Boy don't Busana say, Sauna Kaya FA president. Kabasaki Sika Kono. Also, on your more radical. Obasaki the entire technical team. Net team no so ya. Also say ni kakra. Well, Titus Glover say when Kurt and dare, he shouldn't dare. That's it, Gakono. Na Kurt nini NDC group no. Ombesomo Saki CK. Oh, emphasis, okay.
Minimum.
Or say, Kurt nini NDC group.
No.
Okay.
It
is a problem. Is that going this in MPP?
Or the
Gabi Ochedako as a tweet, no. And I for me near her because if I say her seeking sense, or say I don't see the panic for the Black Stars. Losing to South Africa in SA with a return match in hand is by no means a disaster. We are in good shape with our 2022 destiny pretty firmly in our own hands. Let's back CK and our men on the field and charge them to work for team and country. I know, any and Sama or so Gabi and the Babontin.
Tweet will be right until we are in good shape. And open a mean
BBI right. No, I don't see the panic.
No, we shouldn't panic.
Only
in football terms, no. Ubo too much is out of qualification. Yes, obviously shouldn't panic. A right statement. Yeah, what I say, no can any debate, but a statement you can make.
Okay.
But if you say we are in good shape, there we are not in good shape.
We are not in good shape.
I don't agree with him. No,
we are not in
that's
good shape.
how we can be in good shape.
We are not in good shape.
No.
Okay. Allow the groups that say politicians,
president of the country now, Onu is a goodwill for Ghanaians. Say, Omubetimaye. But the politicians are putting their mouth in football. They should take. At the open officer, come on, now football as some. Come on, woman jai a party no yen a party for but woman me who and tomorrow one thing. Me a that goes in America. Take a lawyer, some we former MP, a former MP, some winning me and Kawa one lose seat. Come on, media some in America. To Tama baby and lose seat no SSA MPP lose seat. Winning me and Koyo.
Allow the Guza and identity abdomen now. You're Black Stars. You have 2 games. In fact, your ball against Ethiopia, you lose here. In fact, you're winning 1-0, Monsieur Lucy. In fact, we won that game. And you call your PMO Kutoka, you didn't cheer more. South Africa, Team Hotel Libya, and they came to light. And everybody putting in our can say, one FA official can say they were lucky. Or say the team, not team near lucky that the game was not played in Kumasi or Accra because Kafans met charge on the team. Now driving from Cape Coast to Accra, not even a beggar on the street waved at the Black Stars. They couldn't be bothered. Near Cheyenne, South Africa, very bad performance, and I was in the stadium. This is the weakest South African team I've seen in years, but they still managed to beat us. Almost one very good goal that was disallowed, and still almost share. I may be because Coach Sika Kono, the changes of Joao Famia when everybody thought they die, you know, chain, it was only control of the team. I've got a Titus Glover and I'm saying, I'm not going to post players on the coach. Anyone send some. See ya, no more come with him. Black Stars. Yan share same free. Your money more 2 games. Also a panicky. Are we in good shape?
I mentioned it for. Men can say you're good shape. That message here, Gabi, now in a way not to disrespect him. Me just say a message there. Me send the comments and powerful, almost the word to word.
Okay.
That was about 3-4 days ago.
Oh, okay.
That was my South Africa match.
Okay.
Me just say your team no, and ye miensa and Ghana say Black Stars ni TIA. Baako the quality of players. Football player quality number 1 in terms of factors. A better so be winning and so be successful and I say when you're successful. Technical, just a coaching ne or more maternity team no. A also no weakness and the third one is the moral aspect of the game. Said the can say Mufi Cape Kuseba, said the Anomakra and tendency I'm Black Stars for so. If 2000 is why here. Yema mu he bia Black Stars be kwa kensi bia asa ɔman no mu akyɛ mmienu ɛfa support ɛfa tia purely on political lines sɛ wohwɛ sɛdeɛ to aba yaba parties mmienu a ɔmo rule since 1992 no at any point in time bia I'm so bia ni ebia majority of 54 just bia wa second round no me ade ɛno ɛna me de kyerɛkyerɛ ɛkwan a me kyerɛ sɛ ɔman no mu akyɛ mmienu no sɛ wotie Joseph Yami asɛm bi ɔkae ebire bi atwa mu sɛ NDC for to qualify Blasters call Brazil 2014 2-1 so we tie nsɛm a Titus Glover very unfortunate and I mean say sabi enya asɛm a sabi odwene ho bebree badwene basɛm sɛ wo ka sa asɛm wo yi a obviously wo alienate obi a ɔyɛ pro ɔyɛ against MPP yeah that's about where to is so difference nti emfa say nipa to aba no ɔman na support Blasters virtually you are talking of besebe 49% of Ghanaians. A bit more lineati sabi MPP for cry sabi almost adwene mu da ho every team no enti wo moderate MPP for na chese omo de ono nya party line ohwe sabi asema abeka ene asuntosi me wo mu no no de bedu achi no se sa same we say cause obviously Blasters your problem ye ni players that's one wo hwe football generation bia afibia na se bia mfie na se duma na mfie du bia bo se oman bi wo ho a omutimi receive very good crop of players in the immediate post-independence era no Dodo and Kranum Agrifin nom ne omo mfumo started Blasters no o say generation ni gu ye no e che pass and it ma build another generation I know last year sa generation dey call mfumo generation dey call at best 1968 63 omo Cup of Nations winning 65 they won 70 elusui of course na e bi no be kan ho atoko efio nom ne mante ni bia no mo bi e be kan ho 68 70 elusui then 72 74 76 and man qualify Cup of Nations even though na players think akra bi say Kwesi Usunum ne friend saying dan Usunum Malik num ne Sunday num bi but it was not enough e kopim say yes ba 78 a ye build the team one between 78 and 82 with the engine 1980 je Kwesi Nigeria in film at least the team was good ya struggler be pimbe 2006 ye bibi around 1992 and also politics na say team no then into generation bia no bo say players no corner baba we say no as ya call drought ache so we the next Ghana pa player bia we eligible to play for Ghana we 22 a minyi ni say ye betimi ni team say Senegal abobo even with their second string team ye ni quality ye coaching enye and on my no so bibia sutia team no and no ni baby am dwen say mpani for nye and some mo can say just say now Blasters performance no akwa political party program the moment how this had never been no what say team na wie remember players never born uni party omo support it regardless card be man no say woman $10,000 player bobo abrochire fan say bia bosome oje ba bia £50,000 say odwen say ne party loyalty e wo soro chen sika na wonya no a emfa so be game no kra agene nsem agene nsem asa so agene nsem it is ansem we say no sabi seven people has ni pe kasa odwen say amuya fa kwa dwunu kakra ansa na etimi yakasa sabi yakasa no
wow look you share these comments coming up ne team na gaza so mekai o message ade by why can't we progress the ball
comment in the medical gaze say Titus Glover my classmate I know him so obi minimum opebo to be enter onimbo mu or a footballer no mo nimbo papa opebo but the name you can hono oti because all the unfortunate all the NDC system ne be mu but all right to comment about football but onimbo mu why obviously a politician to onimbo mu pa teno de okofi me pe hono so ni me feel ball ni ade ba kwa kai Ghana hanma unite
yam politicize
intimi
yam politicize no so dia na say
obi the boy politicize me ni abre ne so pa na sin pa kono so no kana nya badwem basem no wan yi anko achi ya kan Ghana ni football o yet me try ma politics dividing in so much no me nya politics me kan me ma reason dia ya try ma sad na yes ya adwin timi nje say mwan you can't build a nation with half of the nation standing there watching for you to fail. No nation can succeed that way. You can't. So building nation ni we there now want turn out to American Republicans, Democrats fine. But when you are building it, when you are building nation, that's why sometimes nations are building the so-called dictators,
yeah,
like Singapore, because you need everybody to be focused on the way,
yeah.
Into half of the country, if not doing my one, imagine policy, minimum your health center. Imagine agenda 111. Why on earth would somebody say Nyande Papa? Kofi, how on earth will somebody have issues with agenda 111? The government says I want to make a obligation of Ghana Enya hospital. Why would that not be good? So you'll be our health sector. And yet the sweetest song can hear in your ears. But because nation, half of the nation is not baby, Ghana, you take 2 steps forward and you take 1 step backwards. But my policies, we cannot build a nation. Half of the nation is just standing there waiting for the other half to fail. You can't build a nation that way. You crawl. So we're accelerating development. You need everybody on board. Then push in the same direction.
Chairman, why would politicians have that boldness to dare the FA say they should not touch their coach? Because you don't pay the coach. They do.
FA? Yes. Oh, okay. And on the
yes. We are in a country, FA didn't appoint any coach no contract, but they don't pay the coach.
He's paid by government.
I mean, buying him coach Nika.
And no.
He who pays the piper calls for the tune until the FA becomes such financially independent. With my coach politicians will meddle in the affairs of the appointment of national team coaches. It is there.
I can be discussing. Okay. How I mismanaging and structure of managing our football now. Maybe I
we struggle to beat Ethiopia. Ranked 125th in the world, Ethiopia, near Bre. At a point in time, Ethiopia was playing someone in Ebufi. They were possessing the ball more than us. Now, sir, I'm not first stretching imagination coach. I'm not surprised. Because these days, they are Ghanaian players to call Ethiopia Kobobo. Ghana for player, if we are still call Ethiopia Kobobo. Tieni Ethiopia for Bobo na omo Bobo SNSano, but the money here, me see we are never in good hands. It is never safe. You have to look for a trend. Black Stars in the last 4 games actually just 1 goal. In a game against South Africa, Black Stars did not have a shot on target. Yamo a single corner in 90 minutes. Not a single corner, 90 minutes. You are at the stadium.
Yeah.
Was it this was the weakest South African side?
Of course.
Not Ghana, any the weakest team a free South Africa no mobile game a single shot, not a single corner. And the last 4 games they can win. Black Stars are yet to create any big chance.
Yeah, we need 4 games as he can win. Yeah, we need Sao Tome. We need Sudan. We need Ethiopia. And I should cut.
I'll say a building and then say a discussion.
Okay, let's
follow. Okay, trend. You do on my. I'll give you a chance to say something. Okay. Ask you why we are where we are. What you say?
How did we get here?
Yeah, sorry, one day in Bedru. There's a process I have for my Bedru. That's what I wanted to do. No, be TV ever follow trend. Kofi Bamuso Adibi. Football. No. Yes, Kofi me hear me pa. Kofi, yenin komo. Kofi,
yeah,
yenin komo. Tumenim nin komo. Football every night saying, the ball at all. 10 players each. The idea is get the ball into your opponent's pool and prevent him from scoring. Kofi was on the interest for matching. So for what do they match? And they take from to be a taste. I don't know.
They did not match.
What did you just match? You go back to history. Tamane ye kwa kona na ye like infantry war. Me no ba kwa wujina mijani ye face na ye de sword na whatever na de kono. E hono mu say so ye military. Na wo discipline wo rhythm unim de wo ya you act as one you achieve success. And my romance near successful. Toba santimema you want for ni fani benkum mo ni malukwe near the kwa akon.
Okay.
Benkum ye the left part of the attack na asantime kwa akon omo de confree left ba. Nipa for free right na benkum for free left na chidon for ne tabe omo di animu no.
Okay.
So it was a war strategy mini ba bia he konya ne free confando chikonya free be no na eni nya use romance na din nya use because nipa no wo enemy ni bema na wa attacking from the sides na wa kanashe no kunu enti omo realize say if you want my army to be solid that army no say nipa 100 no wa minimum covid ni you that army should act as one because obi no ye weak ompe ebe break front
yeah
So for the army to achieve Sahara rhythm, and I'm in the middle of Sahara rhythm now, but the year they need to act as one. It's matching one of the Nyama where unya rhythm, Tumunya Moton Sabum, Tumsabum, Munamu Machibum.
Okay.
So you get a rhythm. Tumuja Muko War, Moko anymore, a capia Muna Mukobum. The enemy cannot break your front. Ntiami Biano, Ewo, Sanima Mudio training to attain rhythm. Football, the winner of football, and say, how do you get the same rhythm in football? How do I get my 10? This is what the good for crab account. How do I get my 11 players to act as one? And when you're a very good coach, sometimes you say they are greater than the sum. They are some. What must I say? So for individuals now, almost a new mobile, but as a collective, no, they are greater, and that's when you have a good coach. But minimum, they say, how do I get this group of players? I'm sure Park you see to act as one. So they attack together, so they defend together. And they do all these philosophies. It's how total football. I didn't know by Holland team. They be American. And man, tell me, Omega so Doctor Devakotiti. But community no mo koshebia, you understand football better. So Holland team on the course 74 World Cup no. Johnny Rep, na me woni post or made them. Johnny Rep no yet typical number 9. But no she goes by. You are Niskins. You are Cruyff. Kofi when no Kofi akosho mo match back of be YouTube ko be nyom Germany final na show mo. And watch the team and see so which may identify like players maybe obi ebo na. You can't easily identify because what they call the top football, they say the whole team, everybody should be able to defend,
everybody should be able to attack,
everybody should be able to create, and everybody should be able to score a goal. Tosha, Cruyff Beshe go, Niskins Beshe go, Johnny Rep Beshe go, virtually Vubasinya Obia Beshe go. Inti, okay, moment football as a film called Dream would do Latek, all these great coaches in your philosophy. That's why I like Guardiola sometimes, but I'm not overthinking him. It's how do I get this team to play in such a way that they will defend and attack. If you want to focus on Barcelona, great team, no more good, no more extraordinary defenders. They didn't. For you, no more extraordinary.
Yeah.
But somehow,
goalkeeper
the whole team defended so well. Say that team was very difficult to score against. And that's all the philosophy of making sure say I maximize the number of players on my team. Into if you a coach here. What's say conductor of an orchestra? Who's the from maestros?
Yeah.
Who's the from maestros? So, instrument on mobile. So, omna offer landing philharmonic orchestra. Nipa ejini di umbai
conductor or conducting thing. Seven square because sorry, omujina the original.
Because and you never hear that. Nejina or no anymore na. This point too. How they brasso pejao de wa or no the control. You know, and that's what the coach does to a team. Into your coach, basic minimum a year or so for the team. They say that the team should have rhythm. Yeah. All the clubs so training sessions. We always say a time. Near to players, no more running together. All to create rhythm. Say you defend here. Yes, you turn in. Yes, you go see. Yeah, but it minimum of my team no is to achieve rhythm in the team.
Yeah,
cohesion, rhythm, so that people can discern your pattern easily. Mese no start testing because born animation. Because na me how you win born in the defense. If you're South Africa honoma, you before born grand trying midfield. Yes, I lose born. Born better midfield that's one normal than normal back. They could even progress the ball. In that team, we know who confirm Ronaldo crab 20 more on should go. So they became be a month for ball. I'm going to say, "This could be mama a be simple laying." You see how to way, Messi Maba, could be over team. I'm going to offer you for your team either the best goalkeeper in the world, the best defender in the world, the best midfielder or playmaker in the world, or the best striker in the world. Chusubako. Never say Chusubako. The rest of your team members be average players. One can be soon.
Midfield.
Yes. It's
the engine,
and that's the reason why Ghana a philosophical idea so and what is Nima what me say. Lewandowski or Poland are not mobile. Now some England no here no.
Yeah.
No obo Ruben.
I feel no obey
I say 10 or so. obi a Bayern Munich no then you boba no shego no because Bayern Munich they open conform which o manage mama no so he can afford to stay in front the boss camp team oba Poland I say na Mateo why is Messi also onye Messi to no mechi no all because the structure of the team is failing structure and defend structure no to Barca need on for net speaking 4-4-2-3 ni nya enema o do organize your team but there are some basic fundamental principles of the edition team you coach went me anya also be as a coach you may want to me and it may be a basic you may not have the best players may not have whatever but with team na one also be sure ultimately descend be from Adokra or your park nezo you be sure boy 19 minutes when we now person here you failed miserably into Ghana all the times I mom the best is I say Lord and me amount na me here because of 82 example na me we can 82 to 78 a contrast between when your time I come for a long time no when you enough time I come for a long time and then they wait me achieve success into your analysis I can pick the two scenarios say 78 you just a league about halfway you only one season in a league you can't play players here house players because of African to make me can be 82 your boy and baby you qualify you Cuba see you couldn't buy you qualify in a uncle you couldn't buy a near uncle so we made a decision to go in January our tournament in March but what helped us in 82 and I think 82 if you ask me 82 midfield no can I change 78 midfield a very idea obi immediately should have two teams no we come to accept and the reason being is that the two key men in our midfield no were from one team they were from Kotoko Kofi Bedu and Asase and they had been fantastic in our league since 1980 the best midfield pair by far in our league Kofi Bedu and Asase inti time I assemble team no in terms no they had that cohesion and that they had a cohesion they equate two no you know virtually and the way they play they have covered the enemy as me you am play be and play me be to no me to no why say Matuidi onimbobo I don't know how to explain it
why say Matuidi
pressing or tipo but only onimbobo unse Matuidi onimbobo p but Kofi do no onimbobo. And as I see a brainy or he runs, he passes well, he tackles well. Kobe also tackles. And they made the midfield effective. The two of them could manage our midfield because Kwashinani Bono as 8 and 10 no boss a striker. Kwashi was a striker. No, Wajigo King. So these two players, you know, together with the flank players, you know,
95.7,
78, you know, near war. Yeah, number 6, proper number 6 was Adofama. On a neighbor, Dan Kaidi. Ben Kaidi, senior brother. But a ball, Zambia and Nigeria, no, especially Nigeria match, Adofama struggled into the coach. Somebody who was very bold. The Nigerian bold coaches as him to drop Adofama, be a no established player. Ne Reverend at that change, up and coming player. It made up because now. What he wanted Adofama to do for the team, you know, in terms of passing 40 passing yard also, and tackling especially. Checheni was a by being a central defender because he was a good tackler. To obey and obey close on. Then that allowed Dan Kennedy and Co to move the team forward. And Razak, no. In sometimes in the team building, you know, oh yeah. First, I just say, "Oh, you want first?" I said, "How do I get this team?" Collection of 10 players
to play as a unit.
And you're so fundamental. Yes, I don't want to ball as you. And the England for the young so team be defending so the back four is good. Defending is not about back four. If you think defending is about back four, now winning bomb. Defending is never about back four. Liverpool be a solid ninja. I want for be the command Van Dijk. But Fabinho no be anymore hono. Fabinho especially, we Liverpool anymore. It's the whole outlook of Liverpool because you have to defend as a team.
Yeah.
And yeah, back from when they defend. Just not back from no more brother because midfield no more weak. Today you're born in the Musi go and not Matsi born from Musi. saa bafo no that day ne ko fa Van Dijk no be gina e kire Arsenal ka Silas and BC ko football no an to bu ahwa dia won tia senti me coach me penalty me coach to me like what me nwe de obekai what somebody did with Oko United kubu yesa Oko United team na 86 87 88 honum no Alaji Bello America nana ya many those boys no be sha to nebu akra pa me hwe ball like mo bossa na Samson Lamti Gaddafi no or cheap players or some America just musi because we never too pay they had stamina and they were organized. I mean, more bows were at in Crane, and that team was fantastic. Tebia was like a Bassa Pep Bassano. Ulusu bola within second number you want to and time with me both is our midfield, no, Saha Iniesta, Xavi, no. What did they to Spain? They just moved that into Spain and Spain were winning. Spain are no more yeah. Hey, the same thing, no. Bayern Munich, Omutumo organize your midfield na a German set me to go to World Cup.
Ali.
The best example is Ali.
Yeah.
Ali on the AFCON easily.
3 times.
Yeah.
Now Cote d'Ivoire they drop by the big stars. I've got too much 4-1. No, they no more be Egypt.
Egypt.
I thought it was Egypt. No, be any ball. Doctor. That's maybe the ball. A ball so show wait. That team we drop by way. Bam. So the Egypt team.
So about the team.
The team was Osni Abdul. That boy some good midfield. Hard workers. More running. Na Cote d'Ivoire parody be 4 strikers because most strikers so we are seeing na Kadeke that na drop by the hand way that. They beat them easily. 4 new can be 4-1.
Yeah.
The football sometimes it may share last no me seen that minya Uzbek Pakasas I was happy. Or the team ya no pick and troughs. This is Makasas in there.
Undulating cage.
Ghana we are coming down. You see, you can place Ghana yeba from 2010 2014 yeba our graph is this way. But for you to break that chain and rise up no you know. Either you plan like the Bekovi MINA, you plan
the 5-year
long term
plan,
and develop certain strategy, or you have a coach on which may design party. No, I can say, okay, how do I break this chain? And that coach is not Sikakon, unfortunately. COVID, maybe anatomy we are or team may make Sikat Minya because. So team ninya krana, team ninya krana. Also team in such a way that team is very difficult to beat. All the things that cover Mourinho, I'm going to say that Mourinho is saying because of the casa, but not because of his status, the born answer. Mourinho anya she no, onye she ma krana, the team no, they said ding. We are Barcelona, but my pims are on 2010. Yeah. Mosheding. And that's an art on its own. Take coach bit my team na say team we want to mention.
And that's what Milo gave us.
Thank you. That's why he's my favorite coach. I don't forget Milo when did debut.
2010 especially.
Now Ghana go World Cup. Obi at me and share 2 goals. You think it's easy?
One of the coaches the late Ken Gohari.
Yeah.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Tamokuta Zamalek. Elali Egypt national team. Obo as a striker. So Beka 59 57. But ultra conservative defense. So be shen in 90 minutes. Oboa. On the day Zamalek Eshe Kotoko.
Okay.
Yeah. Apart from Amonike, that day Kotoko ye Diombe ye bia. The ball couldn't enter the net.
Yeah.
Away, the same. Goes on penalties. Joto Bonano. Na.
Ndikobi. Major maminya KBCC anti. Oshe team shobola. Mishi team leading. Because at that time na mambo. Only how to organize a team. At that time he doesn't know. Players do want an issue because how can you tell me the coach organize a team here they share Chelsea, they share Man City, Chelsea, they go to FA Cup. Who does do about those games? You know, compact. You break ta. Then have you worked to send money near go baby? Minim de course on a gym or sitting who do mobile or be able to do day. Into honor, I mean the assessor coaches. That's what Thomas Tuchel said. They say, "Oh, you're a brilliant coach." Because Haneman and Michi, Haneman can we show team now, how organize your team now. Okay, Ghana team now. I say Arsenal team now.
Ghana is Arsenal now.
Players no, may not be as good as we want them to be, like the ACNs and whatever, but they can be organized better than what we are seeing.
Because a big point in the say, we can see a team is on the decline. The quality enter second, but at least we should have more quality than Ethiopia.
Exactly.
That's my worry.
That bad. So we need quality. Ghana is used to having quality. For example, I can't say this is weakest South African team.
Yeah.
To a very large extent, this is also weakest Ghana's one of Ghana's weakest teams.
Yes, of course.
So 1996 team Edishia or more South Africa. The Edibeshia or more 2000 World Cup of Nations. At least or more quality. But the difference between and say you need coach even in the worst case sebi oba woni mu nkwa no adawa mako makrobet my be tasty something better. That's what we are asking for.
Okay.
And no ni baby amene doc ya adwene bebre say your team may not be say superstars say sianom ni ade mu ntare mu quality ni binim, but they shouldn't play as bad as we are playing. I will say team nya bibia at least one nya bi kwa bet me defend it. You play 90 minutes and say we more one corner. Na chese wasa woni strikers on ball cry.
Yeah, midfielders in your ball na back pass. And a big girl will say you bless right to come and share. Oh,
coming presents on straight time again and blast abobo ayenya corner yenya shot on target. I don't think they see that.
90 minutes Ghana.
Me you should kayo.
And the amount the whole pan so say this South African team. Oman 23 on the Olympic Games. Oman win the game. And on buying or the Pesita or the goalkeeper no why or the 2 or 3 players we can say or build it also on your building team. And that will shock you say South Africans were not even aware say on Bobo on team no team no on the idea of show.
Because Metier Henry Asembi Okao Asempa FM say omonam I'm so moko training say no omushia group B South Africa for be go and beat that useless team.
Yes. Omokao now
difference in it players the difference is the coach.
Yeah,
the difference is coaching. So team the average team but the difference is coaching. Ne ka Doc Camilo share the year 2010 team no e do be economic for especially lose first match against Nigeria say no obi abemu abu enso hwe Cote d'Ivoire hwe kwan fa so a team ne go do finals and how even Egypt almighty Egypt struggled to beat Ghana.
Yeah, in the final.
Quality.
It's fit me
Quality. Very, very important. Quality of coaching. Maybe say coach in football no coaching any decisive. Maybe say players no account for probably 60 to 70%. But baby players ni be fail equally. Team A ni players ni team B players ni no. Then the coaches must step in. Baby be a coach so no. Then maybe I call the spiritual side. Oh, Ghana for the Chrome for no eta much into go win. Doc was talking about 78 Cup of Nations. No, just say see a call you're winning 65, 63, 65, 70, 70, 68, 70. You're winning. You're Cup of Nations in 6 years since 1970. And he just say obia per se ye BB 78 no me divide said ye except say a hono na untiminya public descent. Just say soldier for abai champion on the teso. Wa uta uni governor untim be kana bonte say no be kana bonte but football mu die and I mean who baby in the history independence time be pemene even where we are ruling with parties no near there no o man no make match cha akwa do ni football because kebecha kodu baby na do football there na gina man now didi akwa do football mu Olympic games here ko yi enipa no mo pese Ghana eje medal no so yi nipa du a ebi emu be enum na pese je Obu okro man no ye pro MPP for no crime. They didn't care whether the team won or not.
Yeah.
But all those who are pro NDC no, almost we can send the yenko jingu. It is a utie someone said na Titus Glover no me we must start your friend is akwa ba kun ya. Adoya no must start keke ya. Me dream say sometimes me baby and e bi no free ba at the best studio. But say sabi previous no crime make catch no. Enu e bi na ekum kotoko. Enu na ekum has the last 10 years. E bedu baby no Hariza call ne ni Tommy Okamu group e wo ha we muso wo ha team ni enye because only the answer mon pa say team ni ye ni nka say togbe afeli obi so de ni say opokunti aba bi akeke sapon group enti won so de nkoko feli e bia na de aye asay clubs no ya nhwe yi na sa de we ye nya sebesebi ni pa omo adwene wo dwene wo ma ho a won ka sa comments we even sa wo dwene wa party ho a as parochial as you may be sa wo party ho pa na wo dwene a won ka sa say we publicly. You never make such a statement.
Yeah.
The way you know all the time, and the great team were already weakened in terms of quality of players, coach wise, any BBR.
Well, now don't know say sometimes OCNC software we don't seem to have a plan. But it's that day Dr. Zavadia over time say answer the decide okay for foreign coach be no. Just say your plan you need training coaches be over time say in the next 3-4 years they are going to take over. It have a new foreign coach. But then we are be yet Omeimu in even Mariano Barreto. The team he qualified to Olympic Games, okay, last Olympic Games. I don't go far. William Theroux. That time I got to strike on the ball midfield. Also, the how to pass the ball. Eba against South Africa, Kuma me winning match 2-0 and 2-1. Yes, ne show that. Now, Yamna 2006. Sami Kufo, who has played for Bayern, Wabo Ajax, Roma that time. Why mistake against Italy? Coach say Eliasu. What about Kim Pfizer? Right to about Kim Pfizer. I feel no back to Kosebebo. That time, Habib also about Kim Pfizer 3. No year to Kwepapo. Osebebo. And then your local coaches, Omen Timin Yebi. And you because you're a game against South Africa. Yakobo Africa, the whole Africa under 20. The best player of the tournament is a Ghanaian. Ishaku Fatah bench. Coach is slow. So then by Bobby, I look at coach interview and say, I gave players the chance to prove themselves. yeah, next time they will prove you. Next time I thought you bring proving players you have trust in. And your whole name your coach is being so failure. Say, boy, free banning into Moboy. And your coach the man confidence, Massa, maybe would make right,
13th April 1991. Suleri. Abedi Pele we invite to Nigeria, Cup of Nations qualifiers Senegal.
Okay.
Abedi Ama, Antonio Boama, and Ofaya Prekum, Isaac Asare, Odate Lamte. And I'm a brother Penny Ewo Nigeria. Now also a bar park. Now one or day it would Sansa a share, Chichin in Sassan in Semu, Nigeria for this room. Now we share your Prekum under 17 player. Now I mean so we said an area, very frail, tiny guy. Now you'd not be Jina Bom. Na buka da country say ball we obebo you can play or that the abedi na Nigeria for this no no oba no se number 10 JC enti time abedi omba warm up no na odate ba no she 10 JC no she in hood e she no amanfo no oh e no be pele that because almost abedi ho and odate who say so timi ye the abedi ye no be even 60% Ghana will be successful okay about Nigeria for boy penalty kro mbo to twene Obo first half na me nka say yan center line kra. Ye boy ya last minute chance nya na referee no say the point. Na Prince Poku a BT offside trap and onya ball 1-on-1 na referee no injury time. Injury time kra mo anwi. Enti dem can say do baby a coaches enya kokodro eno ne ade coaches nini. Ye den na 82 81 ye dey be the Pele be mu say adofama eni ho. Onko ball za e. Oni mayele num na ekobo ball. But coach ne say ubetimabo coach name and they players the coaches no per se yeah the party or Champions League last 2 weeks on your already made player Barnabas Nekobo. How did Sam Johnson break into Black Stars 2nd September 1990 Kwasi Sports Stadium in Nigeria for ya boy na Kofi Abratin adagun se Kofi Abesabe no come from Kakra abre boy ya be 66 minutes
yeah one day on the Salami
yes wa bre and opeja lensa and omu change no ye change no obi and Mr. Robert Eshien never because that Robert Eshien was in form of his own na kotokwedi kan share say El Hilal quarter finals of African Cup nti Eshien form no enya form kitwa Sam Johnson has kwa no nya bimbo on the boy that day your boss how much ni wie na a regular 2 at that time I think say Frank Amankwa but Amankwa mo bia kopem say MC a ball about a 4th match nti na Amankwa kro ntimanko Senegal 92 ni bi no na boy bi odo as Nelson Mensah and be 2 against Togo because opening match na Nigeria for ball ha no because no person kwan bi so dey stop well ho no abra na be 2 not na be stop no ye wi Togo 2 weeks time Nelson Mensah na be 2 ukọ Benin edu ebi na Anthony Bafo no abem ye coaches ni saa de na omonya artistic and na omuntimi me say omuntimi planning who say but we are me boy say me change kra na me change ni because maybe me person me stop obi and now say be person me create opportunities and that is why me doing say coaches now you always say no problem on no and me doing say no kra ni see a coach pa for Blasters na se esi ekoye interview na bro for ye se epo bia ne pedigree was hwan na se sika akono ne ekofa no dia. I mean, come on, are we joking? Success be pan wa achieve David Duncan dey be no achieve as a coach. I no the national team man say ye World Cup qualifying matches omo na betina Ghana bench. We have no disrespect to them. Me dream say also omo take time dey bi omo sua. It took some do no better do time learning under so many people winning various domestic competitions and some be do baby a ye dey o man national team ni be sha better do 87 cranky ekuno Ghana ni Cote d'Ivoire do ko kai Abdoulaye Traoré ni Yusuf Fofana Herbert had won of anything Wafu Cup or the Wemu or Wafu Cup on Hazakes or the corners from the Yadi, but that time Black Stars was bigger than him. Yani Cote d'Ivoire ke ekuno Accra Sports they upon match no just say the soldiers had to come in and pick him away. Enti many coaches no omunyo muntum say baby ade me kominu ho. There was one Ghanaian coach Okoje Kotokojuma. Na me US my friend can say master baby adwuma na Okoje no you cannot do it. Identify say matise say Kotokofo be fa prosperity philosophy be na mo de kofa no. Say when you ready say mo be patient amano am we recruit nkwara e do ma progress through Kotoko the next 5 years and I league na opaje and na person kwa Africa. And no one says she say coach bia ye bibi o ha bia na akofa na de naba. It is a one person kofa o peka e kofa nkonwa enye ka etumrika. You need space.
Yeah. Well, Christian Bremer, I mean, because another have a copy. You have a cock and Kaka.
Metie Dr. Sana or team rhythm. Sa team rhythm will come with time. But Sika Kono in 20 months have called over 75 players. How do you build team cohesion? 20 months, 75 players.
In fact, I know say Adebakwa.
20 months, right? How many matches?
10.
How many camps and Yako?
10 matches.
So Obo Liga, Obo say 34 league a year, 18 teams, and I know Obo League now about 34 matches. Maybe we use 70 players. Now say we camp 10 times. Camp will be a no maximum 3 days and not 4 days.
Yes. In fact, Adebakwa, I'm saying Siki buy no. Edu be na man for born Abasupa when he decided offer local players bia also obecampo omo no ahwemu ayi bi
coaches in the same thing
e just and no say na koko de joana
because no that say 75 players but 75 players now
when you speak to CK when you speak to CK otim say so he wants to do well like meaning say what the better than say but when I watch him I see differently I'm being honest.
I'm a friend of cognitive dissonance. So we believe any actions and your pet.
Because of him, make sure you game. No, you're starting first 19 minutes. Let's don't forget. Nagano gave him power. First 19 minutes we're passing.
And that has been CK's hallmark. Oh, you're Kotoko, time I'm conference scapi against in Canada. So back here. First 30 minutes, 3 goals, pam. So both first half na surgery in same one. That's the first half no. When your results are. Second half, forget it.
Because the time I say, if you want to do well, now here first 90 minutes, never choose defenders are passing the ball backwards. Jumbo Bako and Musoko through. Attack, they say about Jordan, the guy you as our front man. It looks like the attack in your Joe Familia was our brightest spot. On the ball, or they push South Africans. No, at the point, was the stadium one will be any with young one yet. And now Tiema will be at it. Otiema enti panyi bako we montin odin kan gra kan say Giovanni ayin change oni ayi jod ayi didn't change no kwani because I say onunya ball na otimi dey push South African defense no o the South African defense no my central defense no me on holiday o goalkeeper na wajibo then yet why we say Ghana be change
I don't know bright but on the lighter side and no enema me dispute 200% the issue of clean sheet. Obi obeka clean sheet I can say goalkeeper a good clean sheet be am na nya remember how.
Clean
sheet.
Makaka.
And say. Me fa say. Me fa how many shots are about so. E mu say na wo che. It is a
safe percentage.
Any clean sheets.
Pachaman.
It's yet why you won't say your best change. It's everybody is saying I'm so you the day. Now or strength anymore because you must come poke neighbor. Ejemuso Oyi the day of the Kwampoku aba. And sadly, Kwampoku was injured when he came to camp.
Was the coach away?
Yet before the game, sir, I'm saying before every almost answer or Olympic academy, and that's how started. That's what we had. And the Kwampoku Bemuno, I want to guys to do Namas one Shigua. Said, I was no Babanti. I want for the video of Babanti. I think Gadget as a hair crop with Dunamis one Shigua. Wow.
Okay, no, okay.
Oh, I want for the Nano, darling Potter divide. Oh, and now for him obey the demo. Then rather he made a mistake. Meaning say mistake was who decided to obey Joel family instead.
Confidence na coaches to do any. A lack of confidence, completely. They are now over here no. As a boy journalist no. A coach sees better than you do.
Exactly.
And your confidence no only. So bet me the free game. In any case, baby Okakamusa say they know also start here na. So you know what bunny ball no do no every. Se bia se wo hia se wo benya obi a abantia ana se o wan hoden obetimi abo na bia ono ambam ebre bia je se confidence no ni
but senior sika kuno abo a better football than the day you.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe the point ba Siki a captain a German football club pen, former captain of Black Stars. You are now a coach. A DNT na Sika kuno be street player that did that born common level boy.
You know, the day has done quite better than
this. It comes back to local coaches who.
I was there. Halle was the choose the wine. Morocco coach. I say Hakim Ziyech.
Yes.
How many Ghana friendly no? Our friend no said that fake injury. That be one more. One kasa. On friend no. So me bonus let him na. Hakim Ziyech aba. Also on friend no. Oh yeah no. He should go back to Chelsea. I want to ball. Riyad Mahrez ada ni ti. Oduru Algeria come coach. This is one call. Sadia na mani mura campo. Enti me point say omo me nyini part say ya.
So Sule Ali Muntari was a bigger player na coach so manin ko yin.
Milo Bass no. Na Sule team. No see no go in hotel room. Team si ho train say time o say ti blaster ko train yaso. Ana banyifo busa so coach ko room. Omo ko room a coach ne say Sule nsi every Bass na you enter. Sule wa pamne fini team ni mu eti wa betena Bass mu yede ena mo pa che wa na Sule si ena mo coach ni anadwo no omo go pa coach ni che wa so onko na coach no say onko ena mo Sule kan say ni o si form anadwo no FM panyimfo lead Sule went on his knees to beg the coach but only the good thing eventually coach need you to no he played Sule
yes amo ho baby a level
what but yeah there no enti I don't know. Made up. I said, "My Steve Nodro." Made any conversation. Kodogoni Santos was South Africa.
3-3.
Kodogo's best player at that time was Steve Nodro. I say a day before the game, or on a minute of friend into his room, and I say game no money mobi. I don't know what then I say, and go for me a physical. I don't know me a physical. It's also about physical boys. No money on your face. That day gonna go 8 defenders.
Some match na me take commentary men kind pakro. Or say South Africa for an attack no. They would tia be say bet mensa.
Aye. And ting kwa.
I remember Otieno Musa.
Yes.
Kenya 4-5.
Yes.
Yeah, on the best go has seen.
And to me point senti e be second to me say the day no be person be you crowd Fred the the match we me hwan for na. And then some start from bench then you come in the second half. Because I say no boy energy bi ni yentimi chese ase ye team no odwen ho won tiase se fatao onka team ho onka ho
yes enokra na me ya no
onka ho obi ntimi anko anye fe ni free oba o starting
na de call camp fe no koye dey
anko o ambobi
you have a plan
Jonathan onka team ho but amata ntimi nko ne friend no oba on the boy
ahead of Ganiu.
Amavo
bisa a game against South Africa. He played a better game. Again the same opponent now. Ono akọ camp no player only camp no ba no be start ahead of him.
But they tell they say we cannot sack Siki because abayin the Tianika. Nipa no mo abayin mo so say mo bi ande. Evanessa Nkano. But they say World Cup near Saji Afcon.
Yentiminko.
They call Afcon as
AFCON.
Yaji AFCON. Now World Cup, I said there was a target semi-final.
They say you budgeted $25 million for the two campaigns.
Maybe view, but young Kabian obiti for the first time. You never know. Biana nem kwani na GF ni BT.
Oh, I'm tiba. Yes.
Miss Rome. For God's sake, Miss Rome. So offer coach. Say Ghana is kadodo. Offer coach or walk kotoko. E coach kotoko. Or night I believe one kind of not 7,000. Who upgrade in any way? Only an issue. The same human being now coach kotoko 7,000. Was my number Black Stars. Ombe coach Black Star. Because Black Star a bigger platform, bigger team. You know, ombe $25,000. Kofi. Upa uska if you go to Neza and Kobe said you my way. Unim, the case if you go back to Tama, Tama Kosiapi about the return till now. Sky the Blaster coaches. Time put time here become one from 2010. Yes, I project now. Can you play as a Enya?
Coaches to do.
I'm coach to Enya. Kofi, I'm telling you, me I say. Obi to also me pe black me pe Ghanaian coaches. No, I can't say I try. I know what does it mean. You can't say you're planning for Nema EPCA. No, I'm going to be just and go back 10 years ago. I confirmed to see EPCA a cardiothoracic center. You see, Daniel Crow. You have doctors, surgeons, you have nurses, you have nurses in the Germany. Cardio center in Germany, no more training because if you say, you see, Daniel, you center anywhere.
I'm going to be
yes, you may be as any planning, but about football, it's been planning. But you want me to tell you? So you may be missing me where or some ABCD. So, open Ghanaian coach. Maybe no near some, maybe coach me said and send with away, but we be new. I only want a good coach. I want a good coach, that's all. But I'll be proud to say Ghana, LGB World Cup, Ghana in the coach. I'll be happier that way. But I don't just say me just because the say Ghana in the coaching. Ghana in the coaching. Fine. Coaching course and it's medical school. In the medical school, now coaching course. It was 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Watch and you just say, I say, Says can't get a chair, Kosapia can be do Sika Kuno. And can translate say, okay, the next 5 years, no, these are the development plan every year for your coaches. Because Ghana league, no. By this 5 years time, no, coach be coach Ghana Premier League team be no UEFA Pro license. Coach be a Blaster coach no I just UEFA Pro license na aba Ghana league abe achieve bibi. Abe at least watch league. Sika kono league onye bi da. At least watch league minimum requirement. No for players they are me Ghana trio enye type players e bia bo Bayern Munich e bia bo obi say okay say if no TV so kasana emiya sami ko fonum nyina I'm telling you you are wasting them omunya pandis so we play under Trapattoni great coaches like Trapattoni we play under Arrigo Sacchi all these great coaches are you learn something football no you share your classroom but majority you share practical
yeah
so who coach them Mourinho like Asian mama working Suleiman working at Mourinho they will learn something from him they are not dumb. It's that place where you go back to baby about 2006 or place so my type of last time my team no more info. I'm happy to the crisis
like serious
yeah. They have a plan for them. We 20 now for Ghana buying for the next 3 years be sponsor
coaching course sana omoye after independence been a champion no say ko film obia Romania
always making reference to Kapaya Jinyina local coaches no mo CK Jemfi what they forget any the Nkrumah CK Jemfi
don't forget it
asana CK Jemfi be coaching Blaster
listen don't forget it I'm telling you no CK Jemfi story well ni obi no di bola chiwoni ma ka CK Jemfi story o radio so be 20 years ni omuni but somehow me name the prevent you more. Who the place when you know because coaching no coaching there's na me to me experience coaching no being a player no different from being a coach. Being a player there was skills when you way. Coaching you are going to organize all the individual skills into one.
We are more of entrepreneurship.
So what every player be a good coach. Into that's on my room so the for 20 because no money be
half any good.
Into for me now ko adu me now ko train you ya. Omo train yes omo ya no mobile. Momo attachment
with clubs.
Maybe in Spain, because we have also Spanish flavor. Maybe in Italy, maybe in EPL, maybe in Brazil, maybe in baby.
And most of these players said they are my bobo. Ako echireno. San Francisco Sule. The last team said Deportivo nominally. So okay, so unfortunately Deportivo be as 6 months. What do you see a man as opportunity? And a team like Portsmouth. On winning FA Cup, no more Cup Champions League or Inter.
Yeah.
I mean, they so near energy. A mind be a year. You can only copy their blueprint. And Germany, if they want a coach,
hey, Germany. Not to
Germany.
Show club.
The last 3 Champions League has been won by German coaches. Hansi Flick, Thomas Tuchel, and Jurgen Klopp. Julian Nagelsmann, and he is coaching by Munich. And Yakwao, almost set a German school. I think it is in Cologne. Purposely for the training of German coaches.
And no more say net 20 people say I say 25 million because you have come. You move 5 million. Say 5 million we. You better plan.
Technical development.
Yes, proper plan.
You move 5 for course at German school.
You move
5 for course Italian.
Someone say offer $25 million now. I was sending now go into direct incentives.
Yes.
High private jets. Yemfa be fair players ka. Yemfa be man supporters ko bo nsem. Na yenche bi ema empanifo di akire. And it's a one year scanner so one first scanner when distributing equally. More sensitive areas. One spend bi ho. Now do any koto suru ho nko motivation no enye sese be preduasan. That is cardiac microphone. Omuko Olympic Games. The boxers were struggling to even to get competitions.
Yeah.
Now Yakoba say obi winning bronze. You command this amount of. Sen can we invest in maybe a quarter of scanner? Ebi anka omo ba no ko nipa be se mienu ana miensa ekuta even gold and say bia silver enti you know an say America no so $25 million yeah me sure say so ko hwe budget say the doctor ken player remuneration ebi be 10 million and say the 15 million travel and one say per diem say one dey kakra so media for say am muslim kakra yeah no so account and it's a technical development part them planning because obi obi bia no so a minister and dey say look at the enthusiasm with which the minister was or champion na organa support for this $25 million drive. We need training grounds. We need permanent base or clubs.
Yeah, one he was misinformed because the minister I know him or enthusiasm but we good advices. But look,
you are a medical doctor.
When you good advices,
somebody comes to you for treatment. The first thing is the process of you so yare. The process and to so yare on mind the first.
I say
and quite they apply more mental health.
Yes. And
what the one share league you hear coaches sir. Me dey share league matches here coaches sir. Be young hungry coaches. Yeah,
Ignacio.
Coaches sir. What do you say? What do you say bananka ne plan here woman no.
Also by now kwa attachment be able
you also your pro license by now no kwa ni mu no onya sa no say no esa confidence no cause sike pa you be na Christian go bobo ko do you know because to show this level of timidity honestly but I say admire the man on
Stephen Keshi
I say ya dana si bi minim I say ofu say he's been rewarded for being given a job and you say deserve he's the best coach in Ghana.
Okay your clubs is But seriously, this is something I know. Say, but you who don't need it, and yes, answer ebi ane ebu apayo. Yenim su yatensu yemfa because not just say eno ni ebe denye biedi. Nse wo ko school yi. Aven ye ben kakra sa. Your kroma, your Ghanaian students omo Cuba omo medicine, right? Your Ghanaian students omo baby omo scholarships. At least we should be able to have a plan. Say, you be say from ebia 2025. There's no way a foreign coach should coach any of our national teams. How do you ensure that? Your 20 people we are going to train. Yet to come and you can say the first coach is first 4. No? You don't go Germany for training. Your Bobo League never ever started another one. We don't even know what they are.
Preseason.
Because we are failing to admit say we are not where we were years back. That's why we are still setting target. Yes, thinking say we are still where we are 10 years back.
I'm planning. The same issue with referees. Me can't referees and they be anxious. Ghana referee me so Ghana referee coach you World Cup. It mean coach Nations Cup mpo. It mean referee Nations Cup mpo. It's the same issue now. Development. After countries here they are referees in profile on back countries referee be a profile say Kona Ghana ni bi enim. Yeah Ben Kofi na me go into Ben Kofi dey na CAF ni ma no Ghana fo ni referee ni ma nim. No say doctor no say chichi me mu. Say. And it's true. So foreign coaches, Cameroon coaches no more bad. Confidence on no de be kasa no. Ghanaian coach Ghanaian referee who say no. All because of number one the background. Ebi on oba no ebi engineer ebi because any wo do be kai say e commode ni wo referees me finidin no ye ami pa
okay
in the 80s ni won pay for me for no me referees but say referee ni sabe me beni
matrimonial
na be shim na
ozugo dibi
say ni person development na owo like Germany say more doctors some referees na medical doctors into I don't make years ago so per referee your University of den Hanoma ye training go for wako on graduate na police this year ma from the whole group and if na interested in referee benya bebre because so church referee maybe do be kodu na no afasa go for yi omo confidence at a certain level bi no what the name that can come omo ye the other nim kan is sports science no ma be omo ko masters in sports science omo ye name bi ya so oba na oni obi kasa on a level say na Cameroon ni oji referee make kasa o can do it won say ono amu no o confident play no kasa ko no so we won the level we have European coaches referees so only play kasa ko say ordinate to the level cause ono oja ono o yes somebody but Ghana no mama me last take me media kotoko say
we ni emra
and kotoko
yes and say I say cool no
me worry pa ni say why are you where we are no yeah old school for ni there because transition ya media transition you maka so today I will say it for emphasis or say maybe reduce na check akra make for emphasis.
Milo did it for us at
no, I'm saying about
but Ghana, currently we don't see
can do a Nations Cup here local players in Ghana who were the best in Africa. The time African players are some more amanoni adil bebre no Ghana somehow no
you drop it
so you ask yourself why I mean they make BBS so why is it no you start thinking why na make say visit Ghana as a country ya media transition from purely locally based players born Nations Cup to so-called foreign based players from a Nations Cup no. Somehow if not manage it well. The best time I managing the EPA was 92 you know, which had a solid backbone of local solid players and they very good professional players make it come. But they say no Kofi failure on two fronts. Your league now may show Hanum. Yeah, there's several times. Anytime our league is solid, our national team is solid. I know the clear evidence will be opposite. You link back to the 60s, 70s, 80s. Anytime our league is solid, Kotoko has is doing well in the league. But national team is doing well because the same players on board league now and about national team. So for us, as my league now drop it, a big disaster. It may serve for some priority number one is to make this league as viable as possible. Mama suggesting the local doctor players now I did channel so to coin. Mama solutions be that the players know the reason we took on as a doctor than me you tell you school me mate will be to coin. They don't some use send it to coin because and then maybe about Ghana I might have try and yes I but my high comfortable with me try.
Yeah.
So make the players comfortable in Ghana. Then they have players for Ghana. They are not guaranteed their salary. Suggesting the reasons how do we tell every team so every registration beyond for 25 players in MRF. A bank credit might take over side way. So if you can niska, so your players I'll guarantee each player be $1,500 and 9,000 Ghana cedis for every player be about Ghana league. So can Emma will chairman of the Kotoka and the Kawari for it will go straight into your account. But before I be benefiting from side way, no, like what to do with doctors and nurses, no. Unya statistics we say ya EB here. Maybe the next 5 years no. What me figure na league no. Yeah my YTC. To on pay there na wager na board na call baby. Professor here there. As you saw about league no be 18-19 now. By 2024 then what do pick? You just sell this to the players. 2025 go for Europa. And you know omukano be. So you play the league solid minimum 3 years in the league. The players will start feeling comfortable, and the teams will top up. That's gonna make teams need to be back home. Somehow no Ghana we don't like planning. Because we penema ni atron even players can from former countries yakofano. And you can see you're failing.
Now say about Kubi Adia Waye there.
Only me tell me.
And you find the bride on manu. Or say Onuamu your friend who you are from.
How? Ghana.
Also no game of Bob will not be grandma.
Blast.
Yes, Ghana. I say politicians say sometimes some can't say nanko for GD and Mokane Moma. Go on himself smoking in our boy. Junior boy and some man. In terms of being MC Kubusi. Netty tape, it was very sad.
What tell I come cry? Yeah, people has not. How no be a friend of Blaster panel say no, I wasn't expecting the call. Maybe an Omo will be more than me. I say in the Gofan Babena Lepet, Aquabina Gofana Bar. Azerbaijan for Tanga that I go for a better woman. Bena Lepet, Ubu Azerbaijan.
Judgment when I did a man in Muntimi.
COVID, the reason why you're brave who's an emo from the F in I didn't make one year manager transition year. 2 F switch in a year 205, no. That's switch 9 year take a buying so yeah, buy a free moon. Ghanaians, FIFA, I must America for. They think that whatever is working for them, they can impose on baby. But over Africa now, national team no, about nature coach, about nature players bonuses no. Now what's me here buying a free? Into winning me mission team you know qualifies for Africa now or James Scott of Africa won. Go now buy. Okay, say people common brother. Player team question the car bank team military because I ban and a cheer team of Africa. And our league was doing well. So you change from this system here, a year do my DJ African titles, no. No, but this system I also the young football want to manage our own thing. Not so far and yes successful. So sit down. Then and here was a similar and and obviously the reason being is me political here because Ghana your trouble so Ghana in 2 years greed and selfishness. Greed then edufupe and a person kunya sane ma mienu we and am Ghana here bresa sane ma 2 ipe it mean dream beyond your home. It is so ukofa broni se broni omo manage English FA no me independent football people then it will work. But when you bring a Ghanaian to no me try FA now before you be an FA member no you have to own a club also unya academy also unya gonya we ya okotra no ma could be because of greed and selfishness no on dream na am for accusing the players coin obviously only club affiliation because I do come over
David
tamane to na
Bankofi no
omo we Blaster leaders say omo team na isa come we di and go putting come because it is true omo show clearly say omo ba coaches no because as a man my party dia said dia mama ko be coach team we mama now you say me am can't die league but we oh coach nipa wa family so me fan the place kakra be shema e me na age no pemasem obi can be team ko be defending me it automatically so cat cry can me man can't dia kra be from a place ashim a human nature because society you know to be selfish obi a greedy to be a no to ko if you on manage under 20 years so we for players so the other member management committee obi a for players too sane football into Ghana football na ya missing em bebre say FA structure no kwa na MY and na maminya Tato Doba no ultimate country ket o kan o football team o say because we even wait me defend it into yana yeah confused sometimes I get hope in people like what we're down for Dr. Randy no yeah. I expect them people like them no omo pushing him kakra you should get some structures right. Your league number 1. That league
the Black Stars. He should be sincere to himself and resign. Wow. I'm really enjoying the comments of your panel.